My name is Siobhan Holcombe, and I'm a homemaker.
My name is Andrew Holcombe, and I work for Santander Consumer USA.
We started homeschooling 3 years ago.
At first, I was completely against it. I lived next door to some homeschool students growing up, and it was kind of squirrely, but after doing it, I wouldn't have any problems with it at all.
We currently homeschool 2 children named Hannah and Ricky. Hannah is 7 and Ricky is 5. The reasons we chose to homeschool was because in Plano at the time of when we were going to start homeschooling, they had a lot of teacher layoffs, so the student-teacher ratio was a little too high for our comfort.
Got mine under control.
Perfect job. Now you're going to go down and do what? B.
When we first started homeschooling, a problem we ran into was I chose the wrong curriculum for Hannah her kindergarten year, and it was a major obstacle to overcome.
I'll do the first one for you, so you can learn how, okay?
The main difficulty with homeschooling is just seeing results, since I'm the one that works. I get home and I mostly will see what the kids do or how they react or how they're talking or reading, and it's pretty cool to see the gaps in the education, but other than that, I mean, that'd be the main difficulty other than financial.
The difficulties in homeschooling are definitely trying to maintain a schedule and stay on a schedule, and you have things that pop up suddenly. Homeschooling can be expensive depending on the route you want to go with your children. There's a lot of free curriculum out there online and in books, you just have to search for it. Us personally, we prefer a boxed curriculum where we can pick and choose what the kids are learning, and it was really important to center our curriculum around our faith, so we spend money on our curriculum.
Oh yeah, that one was mine. Oh Mama, did you know it was
Hannah and Ricky are very good about staying on target, not getting too distracted. If I notice that they are getting distracted, if there's things that they would rather do, that's what's great about homeschooling. We can stop what we're doing and let them go dance out their sillies or go play the game that they were wanting to play. But for the most part, for a 7 and a 5-year-old, they stay on target pretty well.
You guys understand what you're doing?
Yes, ma'am.
Ricky, what are you doing next?
Subtracting. I like homeschooling since we get to do math, and mine kind of lets us do breaks if we're tired. And I like it because we copy Mommy doing a memory verse. It's just because we get to do it at home and have fun, and we can take breaks whenever school's over.
The kids are involved in sports through our city. They can choose the sport they want to do, and if the funds are there, we allow it, and they have a lot of fun with it.
Yes, ma'am, we do school. We have to do school to play sports. And we take turns playing sports, and now it's my turn to play sport. And I'm going to play flag football.
Soccer.
Soccer.
My husband works during the day and sometimes at night, so I maintain our homeschooling, but if I need his help sometimes, he's more than happy to step in and read to the children or sit with them while they do some independent work.
Depends on what's left over by the end of the day when I get home. I mean, I'll help if there's a stress level with my wife and she needs me to do something, but real minimum. Mostly I do the work and I'll come home.
Hey, do you want to take it? That's a lot.
Balancing homeschool and housework can be a challenge. Some days the housework might not get done, some days the homeschool might not get done. It's a challenge, but you have to do what you have to do.
Georgia.
Texas is the easiest state to homeschool in. We don't have to report to anyone. We don't have to do mandatory tests every so often. We just do our thing and go about it.
Bird for Virginia is a cardinal. And the flower is called dogwood.
Our school hours are anywhere from when we wake up to when we go to bed, just whenever we have a moment to sit down and do school. And our vacations, we don't follow the public school calendar. We school year round, so we'll take off a month in June and then maybe a month of December, and just random weeks here and there when we want to.
That right there, that's 8 inches. So that is how big a cardinal is.
Oh, that one.
I went into this with the idea in my head that we were going to homeschool until graduation. It wasn't a let's homeschool until we get bored. We have a plan, we have an agenda, and that's our goal, is until they graduate.